Hello, my name is Bilha Ndirangu. I'm a co-founder of Jacob's Ladder Africa. I started off as a management consultant, and the reason why I did that is because I wanted to apply my thinking into solving some of the world's most critical problems, so got into what we call impact consulting. I then switched over, going back to my engineering roots, and co-founded a tech company out of Nairobi, and that was driven by a desire to develop technology and also use technology to solve challenges that are facing the continent. Most recently, I've been involved in education, and this also explains my journey into Jacob's Ladder Africa. The reason being that at the end of the day, the future of this continent and the present of this continent is the young people. We need to be quite deliberate about how we train and transform the minds of young people. And so being intentional about our youth is really important, and that's what got me into education. Given that my journey and my life is really about the emancipation of it's really about the continent. I don't limit myself to one career. What I'm constantly asking myself is, what's the leadership challenge that is facing the continent, and what makes sense for us to apply our minds and efforts to do it? And so the more I learned about climate, the more I realized that it is one of the most pertinent issues facing not just the globe, not just the continent, but the globe as a whole. And in Africa in particular, we do know, and it's often cited, that in as much as we are one of the lowest emitters, having only contributed 3% of emissions, we stand to suffer the most as far as climate change consequences are concerned. Nonetheless, and that's part of what really attracted me to the sector, we also, as a continent, should and can be at the vanguard of providing solutions, which then means that not only can we provide solutions to climate action, we can actually provide economic opportunities and jobs for our young people. So in a way, it allows me to tie a couple of things that I'm really interested in. One is solving a really interesting or challenging problem, which is climate change, while at the same time developing young people, which is what I'm really all about. And I do see an intersection between these three sectors: education, climate change, and technology. And the reason for that is, on one hand, you have this global, really pressing problem that is climate, that requires all manner of myriad ways of solving it. It's not a one solution type thing. It has to be different solutions that come together for us to find solutions to climate. And so when you combine that with technology, so the good thing about technology is it allows you to, in a very interesting way and a very scalable way, solve problems and solve different types of problems. And why education is important is, if we are going to use the minds of young people to solve for climate change, then it's important that we train them adequately. And so being able to bring these three things together for me is really exciting, which is, how do you solve for climate using young people and using technology all at the same time?